Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. This is your reading for June the 1st through to the 15th. So the first half of June. It is a general reading, so parts of it may resonate and parts may not. So just take the bits that are feeling really right for you. Hopefully there'll be some really good things in here for you. It's Gemini season, so we'll see what's coming up for you in that energy. If you'd like to hear more of any of my videos, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment if you hear anything that you really like or you enjoy the reading. And if you want to skip these, the shuffling, there will be a timestamp in the bottom of the description box below. But let's get straight into it, Virgo. Oh, sorry, I'm dropping the cards. What can we get for you? We've got the Four of Cups come up for you. The cards are not jumping for the earth signs today. That's okay. Crossed by the Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, the base of issue, the Page of Cups, the Star card in the recent past, Knight of Swords, Judgment, King of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and we have the Devil card as the final outcome. I'm going to pull another card to go with that, the Page of Wands. And I'm just going to pull another supporting card for the Devil from this deck. Oh, two cards have come out. We have the Hermit and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. So that confirms the energy I was getting off that, which is actually positive. So don't freak out too much about having the Devil in that position there. Okay, so just writing you down. Let's pull a card for just one final card, Virgo. Message from Soul and Spirit for you. Message from Soul and Spirit for Virgo. Just want to wait for the right card to come out, Virgo. Card for you. What message do you have for Virgo, Soul and Spirit? What message do we have? Finally, we got a message. We got beautiful camel coming through. Wow. Okay. That's interesting energy coming through for you, Virgo. All right. So let's start with the situation, shall we? So we have the Four of Cups crossed by the Knight of Wands. So it's kind of interesting. This is the wanting to move forward but not moving forward, not wanting to move forward. There's a state of ambivalence happening here with this Four of Cups and this Knight of Wands energy. There's something on offer that you're considering. You're not entirely sure of it. It could also be a period of stagnation where you're feeling a little bit bored or not fulfilled and you're like dreaming of, faraway lands or travel or being able to get out and get motivated or, really moving forward. But it's being blocked by that. Something is blocking you from moving forward here with this energy that's coming through. And, it's funny. I'm going to go to this, what's crowning you at the moment is that Queen of Wands, because this is what's really on your mind. This is what's is trying to nurture a new direction. And interesting, the black cat's turned up because that's the Queen of Wands acknowledges her shadow side and she's fine with it. She's not fazed by it. She actually works with it. She acknowledges it. She knows it's there and she musters it and nurtures it so that she can create her vision for the future. And so this is really about what you're manifesting and nurturing in terms of your career, your passion, your desire, what it is that you want to be creating in the world, the opportunities that you're wanting to see. So I feel like it's very much a sense of looking for new opportunities here, looking to find something that you want to nurture and really create and make something in your life. At the base of the issue, something very deep down that you may or may not be aware of, and I feel like this might come as a surprise for some of you, is this Page of Cups energy, which is there might be some creativity that pops its head up here with this Page of Cups energy. I feel like there's a creative idea stirring deep down, Virgo, that it will just kind of come out of nowhere. And so it's this sense of you're trying to manifest this in your life, and actually what you asked will be granted. This idea will pop up, but it may not. It's what's motivating you. It's what's there. It's in the fertile seeds of coming to fruition. It just hasn't actually. It's like you're trying so hard to birth it, but there's just something that is kind of stopping you at this moment. There's some kind of ambivalence towards moving forward, or there's some kind of just something stopping you. I don't know exactly what that is, but you've got this sort of creative impetus to move forward. In the recent past, we have the beautiful Star card. So there is replenishment here. There is healing, and there's hope renewed and restored. So I feel like you've gone through recently a period of healing, and there could have been, it definitely feels like there's a period of restoration here, that you've been able to gather your forces and gather your strength. And throughout this process, you've created the fertile grounds for this creativity to come through you. But then it's just a matter of, okay, now I've had this idea, this brilliant creativity idea. Where do I go? What do I do with it? And so, these are the big questions that are coming through for you. The near future is the Knight of Swords. So there's a couple of ways you could read this. For some of you, I'm getting, for a lot of you, this could be around creative blocks, okay? But and I feel like in the present energy, there is a creative block. So what we do with that is either we move forward and just meet it head on and go, charge, I'm going to move really quickly. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to overcome whatever it is that's bothering me. I'm really determined. I'm going to make this happen. For some of you, the self-sabotage will kind of go, you are heading in the opposite direction. There's no way you're going to do that idea. Do you realize what this is going to, like all those fears, where this is going to take you, how uncomfortable it could be, blah, blah, blah. It's the self-saboteur that can come up that can make you go in the opposite direction. So there's two very opposite ways you can go, and either way it's moving very fast. So it's either very scared and moving away from this idea, this creativity that's emerging from deep within, or it's moving positively towards it. So this is you in the situation, the Judgment card, and it's interesting because it is a Judgment card is all about the rebirth, and I feel like, this is what you've had, that period of replenishment and healing. So then we have this lovely rebirth energy, but there's things coming up out of that. Things are rising up out of that. And some things might be connected to the past, things that you thought were long gone, or long people or ideas that were long dead, or but there's stuff rising up inside of you, and how you sit with that is very individual to who you are. Now, I feel like there's a very potent creativity, like I said, related to this. But for some of you, it could make you feel uncomfortable because it might be connected to an energy that is kind of a bit murky. There's murky energy. Like for me, it feels brown and sticky. So there's something like it's kind of bringing up a feeling from the past that is not so great. So, if we're looking at creative blocks, it could just be, a creative block, something someone said to you or something that happened to you where you felt criticized or rejected. You felt judged. A Judgment card's a lot about that. And sometimes it's about self-judgment as well. And so this is kind of coming up because in order to birth this new idea that you've been gifted, this new creativity that's stirring within you, whatever it is, it's like you need to overcome this. So, it's interesting energy. We have here the energy surrounding you, the King of Cups. So it's saying you have the ability to rise above this feeling. If any of these murky feelings do come up with this energy. For some of you, like I said, this might just come up and it might be, oh, wow, it might be more of a surprised energy. Oh, and kind of excited. Oh, that's come up. And, oh, now I've had this idea. And now I'm returning to like, I might be going back to painting, or it's just an element of surprise. So either way, no matter how you respond to it, this King of Cups energy is saying you're able to rise above and find some solid ground emotionally and be master of your emotions. So you're not going to be dragged into any of those feelings if some of those feelings do come up for you. You're going to be very much in a place where you're master of your emotion, not the other way around with this King of Cups energy. This can also be a Piscean or a Scorpionic energy around you. That is also someone that is an emotional support, someone that's actually going to be very supportive for you around this. So, yeah, it's either way, I get a very positive vibe around that King of Cups energy. So, yeah, hopes and desires, the Three of Pentacles. This is skills and workmanship, showing something off, creating something, initial success, working with a group, but also recognition, being ahead above the others, people recognizing your skills and abilities and making something very beautiful. This is the master craftsman here. So it is very creative energy as well, but there's success attached to this energy and wanting to showcase what your skills are, what you can make. So it's interesting. We have as an outcome the devil energy. So I think this is you confronting and coming to face with some of these old fears that are coming up, things that might have held you stuck and sabotaged you in the past with this devil energy. But the good news is if the energy around it is showing me that if this does come up, and for some, depending on how much of a hold this has over you, is how hard it's going to be to kind of unstuck yourself from that. But sometimes, often I get with the devil energy, him putting his hand up and saying, no more. I'm not going to let that dictate. And subconscious, this can also be very subconscious beliefs coming up. I'm not letting that dictate me. So it's almost like you're changing and rewriting subconscious beliefs now, Virgo, around what you're capable of, your success and your ability to express yourself creatively. So, yeah, it's really fertile and potent time because the supporting cards is the Hermit and the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is saying no. It's like this character here, Orestes, is calling to the god of light, Apollo, the god of healing and light, saying, no, I don't want this thing that's been cursing me for so long, these moray creatures here, these witches. I want to put an end to this. I want to put an end to it. I don't want this to have a hold over me anymore. And with the Hermit card coming through, it's very much finding those answers within, maybe needing some time to have some solitude, some time by yourself to actually find the peace to let that go. Some meditation, going deep down. Again, it seems like a very deep energy. The good news is that because this has all been birthed deep down, this Page of Cups energy in that subconscious energy, it's surrounded by all this positive energy. It's very much, and there's this rebirth here. It's like this creative idea creativity has a mind of its own and it's going, I want to come out no matter what. So it's kind of interesting energy. And then we move into this Page of Wands energy, which is, okay, I may have gone without. This may not have seen a success, or I may not have showcased or done this. If there's a sense of there's something that you've gone without for a while, but now you actually believe you can do it. You may not have believed that in the past. You might not have had the confidence or the opportunity or the right environment, but this time you're like, okay, I'm going to take this up and I'm actually going to do it. This time I really feel like I can believe in it this time. I can see growth. I can see potential. And so there's this real sense of, no, I'm going to do it. So it's, beautiful energy coming through. Really, really fascinating, Virgo. So the message from Soul and Spirit is we have the camel, which is, again, it's like saying there's been a long passage of time. The camel is a fire energy here, but the camel, again, we have the darkness and the moon. It's like you've been waiting a long time, but it's been intuitively there, like ruminating and percolating inside you, and you've kind of gone without. Again, the camel can go and withstand. There's this amazing periods without water, but it still finds the resilience within itself and the nourishment within itself to actually be able to survive. The camel's a real survivor energy. There's also travel associated with this camel. So that's what we were saying. You felt like you kind of felt a bit stuck and you wanted to travel, and it can be astral traveling. It can be releasing and moving forward from an area that there has been a lack in the past. And so, but you've managed to be fine. You've managed to get through it. You're the real survivor. But, recently, because your cup has been filled and replenished again, that water has risen and you're now full. So now you can actually go on that journey feeling full and feeling like you've got what it is that you need. You've got what it is that's going to nourish you to embark on this wonderful journey that's coming up. And so it's very much a very intuitively guided, self-motivated journey that you're going on. So it's incredibly positive and beautiful. And see the little smile that is on the camel? There's this sense of serenity and this sense of, I'm happy I'm on this path. This feels like a really good path for me. So yeah, it's beautiful. For some of you, this can be relocating or moving from one place to another or one energetic space to the other. But either way, there's this real sense of inner contentedness with this camel. So yeah, beautiful energy. Also, just the moon is very significant. So you might be having some interesting dreams. It might be around the moon cycles as well. It could be a cyclical thing that's occurring, but there's also a sense of a period of time. So this is like you're embarking, and it's going to be a long journey, but it's going to be a long, fulfilling journey. But it's also been looking back at the past, at the journey of where you've come to, and that's also been a long journey and what it is that you've gained from that as well. So I hope that makes sense, Virgo. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.